Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm mad right now because I just got through trying to tape the mob wives, and I tried to do another video early and that shit was fucking up. Ooh, y'all, I'm so motherfucking mad right now because I don't like to do the redos and this and that and other. The shit ain't wrote down or scripted or nothing. Anywho, let's go ahead and talk about the mob hoes. So this is where it starts. Carla and Drita, they on the boardwalk talking. Um, Drita brings up Renee and Carla's instantly like, what this bitch say about me now? She mad at mad at me talking about me, this and that and other. She calls her a junkie and shit. Which ain't no love lost between Carla and Renee, which I don't understand. This is what I don't understand, y'all. This is what I don't get. And I'm truly a bitch that believes draw the motherfucking the line in the sand. Bitch, I don't do you, you don't do me. Do what the fuck you do where you at, and I do what the fuck I do where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Why do they keep trying to throw them together? Drita's trying to, she's trying to kind of work the shit out. Okay, Carla is calling Renee a junkie, which I already knew about this. Apparently, Renee is on pills really bad from when she had her surgery or whatever, and all she went through. And later on in this episode, she admits that she has an addiction. Okay, which it ain't no secret that Big Angie's son is dealing with an addiction as well. So, so Carla has to say what she has to say. Then it goes over to Renee, excuse me, and her house is being broke into. She feels like it has something to do with the family, the wise guy, whatever they call them, because they tore up the Bible, just ornery ass shit. Meanwhile, her son is sitting on the motherfucking couch like a fucking bump on the log and tells her, don't be talking about my dad. You disrespecting me. You need to respect me. Motherfucker, I would have told your ass, get the fuck up off my couch. Go lay down with that bitch wherever he is. Sit there, give you the keys to get in the motherfucking cell with him. Don't motherfucking tell me what I can talk about and your motherfucking funky ass daddy done snitched and my dad is in a don't how motherfucking dare you, but Renee, you got an issue with your son and you need to check his motherfucking ass. What kind of respect do he feel he's due? So you not do any as his mother. Fuck that. You should bust him in his face with a hot ass motherfucking iron and make that motherfucker wear that iron face for the rest of his fucking. I'm serious. I can't with the motherfucking disrespect, like for real. So she gets her shit done and gets it fixed. And she's like, I don't even want to be here or whatever. In the midst of that, Drita's already had the meet up with where Carla's saying what she's saying. So now it's time for Drita to meet up with Renee. Renee comes with a little dress on, show whatever booty she thought she had, girl, but keep hope alive. Just keep hope alive. Sits down and something that I noticed was that Drita is kind of in a calmer space. So I say kudos to her on that. Okay. Renee goes on to start talking about how fucked up Carla is and she's a homewrecker sleeping with husbands and this and that and other, and I ripped the bitch's throat out. And Drita's the same way with her as she is with Carla, but she's not cringing as much because every time Carla called Renee a junkie, it was like, oh, no, wait a minute. That's too much. They just both dogging each other ultimately, like they said in the motherfucking streets. Okay. So Drita wants to get to the bottom of it. She goes to Big Ange, which what's up, Big Ange, girl? I'm glad to see you back pudding. Stop getting work done. Just stop. That's it. I'm gonna need you to go and look at Mother Elsa over there at the Miami holes and realize that that can happen to your ass. So stop it now and just stop it. I have to add that your house looked absolutely fabulous. Love the decor and all of that. Anywho, so she comes in, your feet popped up, a little blood there, and Drita ain't with that blood shit. They begin to talk, and Drita's like, oh, well, Carla said this, and Renee said that. And she's like, it's, Big Ann's like, it's ridiculous. Dang, ladies, y'all know how she is, and puffing her more 100 cigarettes. So Then Drita said some shit about that Renee said that she's fucking people for money and this and that and other. And that's where Big Ann draw the motherfucking line. Because apparently she's the steward of the whole union. Because she's like, what the fuck do it matter? We all fucking then fuck somebody for some money. Not necessarily, well, let me clarify that. Don't no woman want to be, with no man who can't do nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. Let me say that. And I got what she was saying. The bitch got a high five from me on that. And how is that any of Renee's business? Okay. So Drita's like, maybe we need to get them together. Okay. Somewhere in between that, after that, old girl pops in Carla's, not Carla's shit, Kern's cousin or whatever. She's talking to her children about they dad ain't doing right and they might have to move and be without and live less than or whatever, Nothing major with her. That's what it was. Kern looks absolutely fabulous and y'all know it's y'all, that's my girl, Kern. That I live for Kern. That's my girl. She looks great. Love the new dye job, boo. Love it, love it, love it. It looks absolutely fabulous on her. So anywho, now let's go over to the Drunken Monkey where Big Angie is, and that's her whole, that's her club or whatever. Um, she has a little, Drita comes and was it Drita? Wait a minute. No, it was Carla. I mean, it was Kern, Big Ange, and Renee. And they all sitting there kind of talking about what's going on, doing a little talking, and Big Ann says she getting ready to be through with her dude or whatever, however, and they talking. All of a sudden, here comes the new one, the new mob hoe. Lovey or Love or whatever. She comes in strutting, high kicking, honey, strutting. Renee's like, oh no. They have this moment, this mental battle. Y'all know I didn't talk to y'all about mental battles. She hugs Kern and uh, Big Ange, and like Renee's kind of like, it's kind of like Love, Renee. Okay, so Renee says, can y'all go outside while me and Miss Love talking? Miss Love is kind of sitting there like, yeah, let's do that. I was like, you better get down, bitch. Listen, I live for it. When two women can sit down and have a grown ass conversation, don't step over here because my internet been fucking up. Have a grown ass conversation between two women. It ain't necessarily that what they gonna say they gonna like about each other, but they gonna be women and talk about it. They might sit calmly like this. What? Yeah, I am. You can have it. I'm not. I got my M&M. Okay, kind of one of these. Hey, I'm fine. Well, bitch, let's get to this. I didn't like how, y'all. It was a Barbara, this is Shirley kind of moment. I was like, all right, bitches, do it lady style. Sit down. Don't get loud. Say what the fuck you gotta say. So Renee goes on. She thinks that old girl slept with her husband. Old girl's like, honey, when I was around him, I was with this dude, and the dude tried to do something, and your husband like, you don't treat a woman like that. Renee was like, well, he must have wanted to fuck her at some point to treat her that nice, because apparently he wouldn't do that for Renee. Okay, so they talking. Oh, girl said, listen, I don't sleep. Love said, I don't sleep with married men. I just don't get down like that. She don't do that. And I'm like, you love, you bitch, you better storm in there and tell a bitch what you won't do. I was like, yes. Okay. So Renee's like, well, if I was with him, it might be different, but being that he's low down lying and this and that and other, this is done. We squashed it. I believe you. And that's it. And they just squashed it. Meanwhile, Big Ange and Carla's outside looking like, well, they're talking. They ain't turning it up or whatever. Okay. So they have this moment. In the midst of this shit, here comes the motherfucking fuckery. Here it comes. Because now Drita and Big Ange want to have a brunch and invite Renee and Carla. And this is when the bullshit come in. And Carla, bitch, I don't know what they changed about you, bitch. I still don't like you. But you at least held your motherfucking own. And you did more than held your own. You read her back boots. Renee, girl, you was in there before she came talking about, I'm just gonna hit it head on and I'm gonna just say it. Girl, when she came in, you was twiddling your cup just like us. Like, where was all that at? Like, you good about talking about a motherfucker behind their back or to some motherfucker else, but when a motherfucker's in your face and that's the time you supposed to say something, you kind of slow to motherfucking gate. So finally, you was like, well, come on, let's do this, And she's like, yeah, let's do this. What was you mad about? You brought up, y'all was there and the dude was following. Which really, how was that any of your motherfucking business for real? Ultimately, Renee, at the end of the motherfucking day, like, really, you getting upset for another motherfucker man. Like, sit down somewhere. Okay. Big N is kind of like, I don't see how that matters to you, how that's any of your business. Okay. Carla, she done got all upset and shit. And I'm looking at this bitch because her motherfucking demeanor is just fucking with me because she's like, I don't give a fuck. And at one point, the bitch had a butter knife. Now, that's why I draw the motherfucking line and Big Angel shit could have got told the fuck up. Because, bitch, I don't care if it's a motherfucking butter spoon, whatever. You motherfucking got a weapon or something, bitch, you better know it's going to fuck down, bitch. You done, as far as I'm concerned, picking that motherfucker up, you threaten me, bitch. You can say what the fuck you want to say. But when it looks like you going to do something to my person, oh, bitch, it can go the fuck down. And then I can leave Big Ann some change to fix her shit up, apologize to her. Or either if I'm a somewhat a sane mind, bitch, I might say, you know what, me and you got to step out motherfucking side. This ain't, we can't even talk no more. But do how you do. um you went on. Renee brought up the other shit. She said to you that you was calling her junkie, and Carla looked on her face and said, you are a junkie, you do be taking pills. And this is when, now see, again, there's no rules to that shit, but given the fact that you at Big Angie's house and that her son is going through some things like that, you might would have held the junkie back a little bit just for her, not necessarily for Renee, because she didn't seem to be totally phased by it, and she admitted. She said, I'm not a junkie, I'm addicted. Sorry, boo. Okay, tomato, tomato, whatever. But you was like, she admitted in your face and to everybody, and they, Drita was like, wow, you know, but not shaming her, disrespecting her, whatever. She's like, in the midst of what I was going through, I started taking pills or whatever. And y'all, I don't know how it is where y'all at, but the motherfucking pill addiction shit, this shit with these kids and grown motherfuckers on these pills and getting high, lower tabs and all of this shit is an epidemic. Like, for real. And she admits that she's addicted to it. Carla kind of goes in on their family and said, listen, I don't like the junkie. My son is dealing with an addiction or whatever. Big N said something that was real motherfucking important. And I will say this about myself, about any motherfucking body. You can't sit up and talk about a motherfucker all day long. But like Big N said, instead of doing that as a friend, but clearly they are not friends, but if this was a friend situation, we should be helping her with her addiction. And I agree 200% with that. You know what I'm saying? Drita's trying to stay out of it and this and that and other. And Carla's just feeling her motherfucking self, smelling her own piss. And she started going in. The next thing was what went on between Renee's son and Carla. Which again, like I said, he's a disrespectful motherfucker, and I'd have been to hit him in his motherfucking fronts. Like, for real. Like, his fronts would be the fuck up through. We be picking his shit up. Okay? So that shit went on and happened on Twitter or whatever, which is silly, like she said. Motherfucking arguing on Twitter. Why they do that at? You live in the same motherfucking town or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you live, really, not even if you live in a different state. What the fuck is a Twitter beef? I can't. Okay. So the next thing that they talked about, I think it was went to the husband shit, and this really kicked some shit up in Carla, because I think the bitch is lying, and she has slept with some people's husband, and again, Big Angela's like, what do it matter? But when it comes to that, like, I can't ride with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I can't. It just ain't in me. Like, fucking with somebody else's husband or wife or whatever. It's just off motherfucking limits. But do what the fuck you want to do with your body. Now, I ain't gonna say, girl, let's hang out, this and that and other, whatever, but I ain't necessarily gotta have nothing bad to say about a bitch. That's just what you do. I won't be inviting you to my picnics and shit, and no, bitch. You know what I'm saying? No. Do what you do. Okay. So they trying to have a conversation that clearly Carla had control of this motherfucking argument from the gate. She read Renee back boots, but she also looked stupid too in a way to me. I understood what she was saying, and really, Renee, the bottom line is this. You don't motherfucking like her, she don't like you. Why the fuck are y'all even talking about each other? Just say this, and like you said, what I can say about this meeting is that now we know she know I don't like her, and I know she don't like me, but you two motherfuckers been knowing that. Like, what the fuck is that about? All of this be pretending and shit. You ain't gotta fake the funk. It is okay to say I ain't digging this bitch. Now, with that being motherfucking said, even if you ain't digging a bitch, don't mean you gotta be talking about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You've established I don't mesh with this person, and that's it. We don't get along, but we can be in the same room. We ain't necessarily gonna speak to each other, but we ain't gonna have bad shit to say about each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew that from the gate, and why, I understood the women trying to get them together, but that was not gonna be a good motherfucking, like, where was they gonna go with that? So ultimately, Renee went home. I hope Renee gets herself together. She did go to therapy and all of that, and addiction is a serious thing. And again, when you are against something, it's no holds barred, whatever, however it go, whatever a bitch been through or whatever, you can pick that shit up if you argue, but you still got to have some motherfucking couth about yourself and check your own motherfucking family history and see if, somewhere in your family it might be somebody on drugs or whatever. Addiction is a serious thing. And she was junkie, 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 junkie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just, it is what it is. And then on the other end, Renee's like, well, you a hoe and you sleeping home wrecking ass bitch. So it was kind of touchy. I'm looking to see because, I kind of been hearing a few little things. Things going to go down between with Miss Lovey, with a couple of people. Miss Love, she ain't with the bullshit. And apparently, Carla is on the bullshit. Karen's gonna find out some shit, and it's just gonna be up to do. Now I'm kind of hold off and let the shit play out, but I kind of know, what's gonna go down or whatever. But I'm gonna let the shit play out. We're gonna watch it. I think it's gonna be a good season. I'm gonna hang in here with it. I am not here for the Chicago hoes. If they ever thought about bringing them bitches back, I can't. Mm-mm. Um, y'all, a couple of people have wrote me about the T-bar shit. I don't know. I'm not enthralled into that. Like I said, I don't even know if it's worth discussing. I do need to talk about the sister hookers and, you know, they shit and the whole bar mitzvah and the whole thing. And apparently there's a petition right now that people are signing trying to get it off of, they want it off TV. But with that being said, apparently TLC, you know, people didn't view it like they thought they was going to view it. So I don't know if they're going to keep that show on or not. I think it's causing a whole lot of stink. You know what I mean? Like, a whole lot of people that go to church or whatever are just not feeling this, at all. They just not feeling how it's going down and what they've seen already. So we're going to see how that shit goes, how long it stays on. But from what I'm hearing, it's kind of on the chopping block, so we'll see. But I will have to come. I probably will do it tomorrow and come back in and talk about the show or whatever this last time. But it won't make me a bit of motherfucking different if they cut the shit off, because whether they cut it off or leave it on, and they might as well leave it on because the damage is already done as far as some people are concerned with, what they didn't want to be seen out there, or what, how they portraying, the first wives and this and that and other. the sisterhood or whatever, the damage is done for a whole lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, for real. I watched a video of a pastor. This was a man, and he was like, he could not believe that. It's disgraceful. And he would never want them women in his congregation or nowhere. You know, one lady, I watched her video, and she said that Dominique had the Jezebel spirit. Y'all, that video gave me my life. And she said she was um, first wife herself in Alabama. And I think I shared that on my Facebook. I think if I didn't, I'm gonna have to. She said, Dominique, you got the Jezebel spirit, honey. You was a Jezebel. Y'all, I was through when she said that. Anywho, but one thing I do know about this, I will say about this new episode, is the fact that I think, with Miss Honey Cabbage and her, with her saying admitting that she was on drugs or whatever, I really think it took courage for her to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I think can benefit and show people that no matter where you come from, you can change. You know what I'm saying? God can help you out of it. So I have to say kudos on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that that's what it's about. You was down, but he pulled you up in the congregation and, the word and, the members of the body or whatever. So, I'm going to come back and talk about that tomorrow. As far as T-bars, I made it. I don't know if I'm here for that. But anywho, y'all, I know this was long or whatever, but so far I think the mom wives are going to be good. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to continue to talk about it. For those who watch Shameless, you already know it will be on. I think it's Sunday, and I cannot wait for Shameless. Her, that is my shit. So I'm out of here, y'all. If I left something else, I'll put it in, do a video, make a video response or whatever, and let me know. Well, answer me this if you watched it. Who do you feel was wrong in the whole situation between Carla and Renee? You know what I'm saying? Who do you feel like was, wrong? Or do you feel like they were equally wrong or whatever? It was just ridiculous that they was going through that. Just, drop that shit below and let me know. So I'm out of here, y'all. Much love.